bit of promotion going on right now, so I would love to start out just praying for Tammy and for Philip and for Aiden. We'll start out doing that. Just to let you know, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Brooke, and I am something to you, your premier grandma or mom. I'm a great grandma too in here. I'm very excited. And a great great grandma. Some girls. I know Megan has a jeweler in here, and I think I'm her great 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 grandma. So that's very exciting. But I do want to welcome you guys. Some of you may not be connected to anyone in here, and y'all, we want to welcome everyone in this room. We are all a part of the Premier family. We are all Premier sisters, and I just want you all to feel welcome. Okay, so let's start out in prayer. This home is actually Tammy's home, and she's the one whose little boy just got hit in his head. He has a little gash, and it may need a stitch or two, so she just wanted to go and love on him, and we all know as mamas how important that is to do that, but we will definitely say a prayer for them because she was a little worried. All right? And Lord, thank you so much for this day, and thank you for giving us this time together, Lord. And right now, I just lift up Aiden to you, that you would just put your arms around him and just comfort him because he's very scared right now, and that you would put your arms around Tammy right now and just comfort her because she's also scared, and for Philip, and they would just get his head taken care of very quickly and timely, so not to scare Aiden, and we just lift all these things up to you. It's your name. Amen. Okay. So what you have in front of you, some of you were here earlier for our blessing, but we have our leaders. If you're builders and up, you'll come on up for me. We all just want you guys to know how thankful we are for you. We are thankful for each and every one of you. We've built so many relationships in this room, and we just love you guys. So we wanted to get you a dinner to show you our appreciation. And then in front of you, you have a little ring. And each jeweler in the room can take home a ring. If you're a jeweler and there isn't enough rings for you, then come and see me because I will get one for you, okay? Because I want to make sure everyone has one. And you're probably looking at it and going, what is this, like a giant key ring so I don't lose my keys? It's not. It's called a blessing ring. And basically any little blessings in your life, if you've got sweet cards from people, a little encouragement, if pictures of your kids, Christmas cards, whatever, you just punch a hole in it, slide it around that ring. We all have one hanging on our doorknobs somewhere in our house, and it's just fun sometimes when you get a little discouraged just to flip through and look through some of those things. And before you leave tonight, if you will make sure you take a card off of one of the tables and just write a little note of appreciation or thanks to someone else in our Premier family and give it to them so they can put it on their ring, and we can help you guys get your rings started. All right? And we are going to go on with our recognitions with Candy. Sorry. That's okay.
Rearranging the children.
I know. All right.
Okay, so if my builders and designers would come up here just so everybody can see who you are and your leadership. Beth, Shirley, where are you at?
She's right.
Sorry,
Here I am. And our builders.
Yeah, okay. And of course, Sarah's almost there, and what am I? Of course, Tammy's part of your leadership. She's off, take it to Aiden to get checked on. But we're going to do things a little different tonight. We're not going to do high fives and all that crazy stuff, but I do want everybody to be able to see who these people are. And basically what this is, leaders, builders, mean you've done 24 shows in the last 12 months, and you've personally sponsored 4 jewelers. That's a builder. And then a designer is personally sponsoring 7 and doing 36 shows. So that's kind of what that is. And then there's diamonds and up, but just so you have an idea of what it means to get into leadership. But I want y'all to stand up if you have had a birthday this month or since our last training. Woohoo! And y'all know we're celebrating Premier's birthday. That's what that cake's back there for.
April had a birthday too, and she's...
Okay, should be up in a minute.
In a minute.
All right, now stand up if you held a jewelry show in October's accounting period. You stand if you did 3 or more. 5 or more. right, now stand up if you sponsored a new jeweler since our last training. All right, and now introduce your babies if they're here. Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, either one.
I'm ready to start. Okay, well, I have two new jewelers here tonight. Tracy Jackson. She
Say your
actually.
name. What about your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Sarah Cox. This is my mama. Well, this is Tracy Jackson. We did her training show at the beginning of October. So this is her first time here. And then my dear friend here, Carol Stark. We just had her training show.
Ray.
I'm sorry. She's Dorothy Ray Stark. You know, it's. I don't know the list, but she just had her training show last night or yesterday.
I'm Tawana, and this is my baby Amy, and she has her training show on Saturday.
All right. Oh,
I'm Megan, and this is my new jeweler, Helen, and she's having her training show in like 2 weeks.
Lily is not here, her daughter's
Yeah.
sick, but Lily is one of my jewelers, and these are her two brand new jewelers babies. This is Alicia and this is Alan. We got some new ones, I love embarrassing people. Where's Donna? There's Donna. This is Donna, and she is new as of yesterday. Her sister and niece are going to be new jewelers today.
awesome. And I have one in the back. Kelly Rooks is official. She had a training show in October, and then she's super excited. She got to actually have her first, she's called her real show with people yesterday. That was went very good, so she's excited to get her business up and going. So welcome, Kelly. And then I want you to just stand up if you have shared the business with someone this month. Yep. Have you shared with me yet? See? Go ahead. Woohoo! The point of that is it is that easy. All you have to do is open your mouth, and you never know who could use this blessing. So just share it with everybody and leave the rest up to God. He will bless it, and whatever, as the seeds fall, He's going to definitely bless them, but the seed needs to be you opening your mouth and sharing it. All right? So now I want recognitions for people that were in the update. I do not know them all, and they come up differently. So I do know Sarah's in there for a couple. So just please, if you are in the update and you have something that you're being recognized for, stand up and let us know what it was.
I'm supposed to remember.
Yeah.
I shows and I guess.
What did you have in the
I can put you on my
Premier's
phone.
update, not Tammy's?
Oh, I was?
Yeah, you were in the update.
Oh, well, Katie, what was that out there for?
Sarah did. You won 25 home show club. I think it was 25 home show club and something else.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what that's
Sarah, I'm just like you.
Oh, Brooke, you gotta help me out.
What about you, Shelby?
I don't ever know.
I don't write that shit.
Quick start. Quick start. Anybody else that you know? I know some that will be coming. Judy. She'll be in there next month. So we might as well go ahead and mention she had a $3,500 show, Rockstar. And she just hit 250 home show club. So we really won't be needing to do anything like this again until February. So we'll go ahead and acknowledge that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, because we have, Christmas party and training. And then we have one more new jeweler, and I almost forgot to. There you are, Jean. This is Tammy's new jeweler. She's like, perfect timing.
She just
I'm like,
that's why
Tammy's new jeweler.
I'm not being rude. I'm talking to Tammy.
And I just signed her. When is her training show? The 29th?
The end of the month.
Yeah, I think it's the
Your
30th.
mama is looking out for you. Even
Yes.
while taking care of a real baby.
Yay! Okay. So, do we have any new promotions? That
I think we
we covered them all. I think last month.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're good. So Shirley is over here. We're gonna do our devotion. Maybe. Today was wish you would read the day. I just wanted to
new, this is from Joan Horner. Her and her husband Mark, who started Premier, she's passed away a few years ago. This is really good to have. Tammy actually bought me a copy of this. But it's just like a little devotional that you can read that kind of ties God into your business. So you can get it on the Service store on Premier's website if you want it in the future. But today is, are you available? Psalm 90:12. Teach us to make the most of our time so that we may grow in wisdom. If you really want to make a difference in people's lives, you need to develop genuine relationships. Of course, it is impossible to be deeply involved in the lives of everyone you know, but you can select a few people you want to influence and encourage. Then take the initiative. They will not normally seek you out, so you must be proactive. Next, make yourself available. Your influence will be in direct proportion to your availability, and availability requires time. I can hear you saying, I'm too busy already. I know the problem intimately. I also know from personal experience that my schedule needs to be trimmed and rearranged from time to time. This frees me up to invest my time more wisely and devote myself to the areas where I can have the greatest impact. Giving of our time will have the greatest impact on those we serve. None of us have enough time, David. So I'll pass this around and then we'll pray. But this, for those of you who are new, is the prayer journal, I guess we'll call it. So what we do is, Premier actually has a prayer ministry. So they have people on staff who just love the Lord and love us and will pray over our needs. So every month we can write whatever we want in here. Just make sure that you write your name and your jeweler number. Is that right, Brooke? Jeweler number too? Just to where they can read it. But then she turns them in, and Jan, who's over us, is just super sweet. I don't know, most people in here have probably at least gotten a reach out from her in some form. I know I have, through letter and stuff. She will actually personally pray over everything in here, and sometimes she'll contact you through phone or little notes and stuff. It's really awesome. So let's pray, open in prayer, and then, did you want me to pray? You may, because you pray. Okay, and then we'll pass this around. All right. Lord, we love you, God, and we just thank you for Premier and everything that it's done for us, Lord. We know that you have a greater plan than anything that we can imagine, that it's so much bigger than money and jewelry, Jesus. And we just pray right now over Tammy and her husband, over the baby, Lord, that you would just bring a supernatural peace over her as she's in urgent care or the hospital, wherever they are, God, and that you would just be with them and just bring a peace and a healing to the baby as well, Lord. And I just pray over this room tonight, Lord, that all of our ears would be open to hear what you have to say to us in our businesses, that we would be encouraged, and those of us who just need kind of a fresh touch from you, God, that we would just feel your presence in this room, Lord, and that we would just hear specifically what you have for each one of us in our own personal businesses, Lord. And we just love you, and we thank you for the friendships. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right, ladies. Well, in just a minute, we are going to kind of go around, and we want to hear from you guys just what you're thankful for Premier. Maybe how Premier has changed you or changed your family or changed your life. So y'all go ahead and kind of be thinking through that. But before we do that, we are going to, sorry, I'm really not texting people up here. We are going to talk about regional rally. So how many of you are already registered for regional rally? Okay, how many of you are going to go home and register today? Okay, yeah, hang on just a minute. Let me, I don't know, something's going on out here. Let me just make sure y'all are all safe.
I'm so sorry. I got stuck in the hole. What is that? Oh, Lord.
Okay, now, what I found this wandering around. What in the world, man? What were you doing in our backyard?
I'm looking for Reginald and Riley.
Reginald and Riley?
Reginald and Riley. I got this flyer that says Reginald and Riley are having a party, and it's only $38. And y'all, $38 is worth it because my pumpkin spice latte costs more than $38. Are you hot? I'm okay.
Maybe a little.
Please don't drink it. It's very valuable.
You might want to blind me. I think I'm good.
$38.
Okay, well, it is $38, and that's super exciting, but there's no one named Reginald and Riley.
That's what it says, Reginald Riley.
No. That is Premier Designs Atlanta Regional Rally.
So there's no Reginald?
No.
Because that is kind of weird to be in somebody's backyard looking for Reginald.
Why would you be in the backyard?
Well, because Candy said, they're having a party, and we have no excuses because it's in our own backyard. And I lived in my backyard, and there was no Reginald or Riley. So I came and lived in this backyard because I thought maybe Candy was right, and I was the one who was confused, and not her. But there's no Reginald out there.
Okay, well, I see where there can be a little confusion. And so let me just clear that up. What Candy meant was, it's so close, it's in Atlanta, so it practically, like, it might as well be in our backyard. Not like literally.
Well, that's probably a good idea because it's pretty cold out there. I'm pretty sure I saw a winter mix when I was out there. Now listen, as this flyer says, they're going to give away free jewelry.
Yeah, the free jewelry comes from Premier, and Andy and Tim are so generous that they're giving away free jewelry at rallies all across the country. Isn't that
Free
exciting?
is all I need to hear, and I really hope that Reginald picks my name. I love free. So listen, I heard, tell me if I'm wrong, okay, because I heard that the funniest person in all of, like, Premier is going to be at Reginald's party. Yes, Mike Foster himself is going to be there. Y'all, and he is so funny, you're going to pee your pants. Y'all going to pee your pants. And listen, I don't really know how he puts up with his wife, Gail, because she's just like all stuffy in the back, just standing there and like, he says something really funny and she's just like, giving everybody looks like, I know, he's ridiculous. And you know, I just don't know how he puts up with that, because he is just so funny.
Honey, I think you got that backwards.
Oh, no.
Gail is the one that's
No, it's Mike and Gail. Mike and Gail Foster. No, okay, listen. I'll introduce you to them because I'm sure they probably don't know who you are. So I'll introduce you. And listen, you know what I wonder? I wonder if Reginald and Riley might be their kids. Because I bet they are funny just like Mike. But if they're like, you know, if they're all stuffy like Gail, I just don't think I want to sit with them at lunch.
You are free to sit with whoever you want to at lunch, but that is totally irrelevant. The flyer right here.
Yeah,
this one,
Reginald
this
and
one
Riley's
you got.
party.
It's a reminder to sign up for Regional Rally. And if you sign
Reginald
up,
and Riley.
look, if you sign up by November 17th, you get 3 extra tickets for our prize drawing.
Listen, I don't need extra tickets. Listen, me and Andy, we got a special connection. And Andy, he probably don't want me telling y'all this, but y'all, I think y'all might can handle it. He likes to send me special gifts sometimes, and we just have this thing, and I just know he's gonna hook me up with that free jewelry, so I don't even need those extra tickets. But listen, okay, if y'all think y'all might can handle it and not get jealous, I just got a new gift from Andy yesterday, and y'all are going, can I share it with y'all and y'all not get too upset? Y'all are going to be calling the home office and complaining that I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Let me get it, okay?
A little frightened.
It's really special, y'all. I can tell that Andy put a lot of work and a lot of time into this gift for me because it's very special just from Andy, okay? You can tell how much everything is moving. He made this just for me. It says I love April. He's saying that. I don't know how I got a picture. To say I love April. You know, Andy just, I know. You didn't get one of these, did you?
No, I didn't.
That's right.
I'm really
Listen, haters gonna hate. You just.
Okay, well, Premier is very fair, and the drawings are random. You don't do any special tricks or special connections. You just need to register for Rally and show up.
No. Well, whatever. You do it your way, and me and Andy will do it my way. Who wins the jewelry? Okay. Now, listen, what's the deal with this Riley's party or whatever it is? Is there like training there or something?
Yes, at Riley's party, there's going to be training. So some of the best ladies in the business are going to be there.
Oh, honey, I'm so flattered that you think I'm going to be speaking there. They must have left my invitation somewhere because I didn't get it yet. But you know, it's a good thing because I'm always prepared and I always have me a speech ready right here. Look, it's right here. So will you proof this for me? Because y'all would not believe how often that happens. People are just coming up like, you know, will you talk to these ladies? They need your help, you know. And I'm just like, well, sure, whatever. So I've always got my speech with me. Do you mind looking over that and just making sure that it's Premier friendly? Because sometimes people say I'm just a little bit too much, and I don't really know what they're talking about.
Okay, well, I'll look over this later. Why don't you just tuck that away? Okay. I'm sure that your invitation got lost in the mail. I'm totally sure. Okay.
Well, listen, before I go, I really think you need to be talking to Candy because she lied. She told me that it was in my own backyard, and it wasn't. So I checked this backyard, and it wasn't there, and I just don't really think that that's what's best for Premier is to be lying like that. So, you know, you might just need to have a talk with Candy before, you know, she keeps lying to other people.
Okay, I will make sure that I talk to
You
Candy.
should. You really should. Of course, I might need to get Mike Foster to talk to her because I'm not sure she knows who you are.
I know, that's terrible. But listen, all you need to do is just go online and just register. We'll all be okay. Okay? It's going to be a blast. We're going to
Well,
have
of
so much fun.
course, because I'm going to be there, silly. It's going to be a blast because I'm there. Listen, I'm going to save you a seat, okay? You've been looking for me because I might have something special from Andy again. I don't know. But if you just see something that nobody else has, you'll know that I got it from Andy. I'm going to save you a seat. But I need to warn you because this does happen sometimes. Sometimes Mike Foster gets a little jealous of what me and Andy have. So if I can keep Gail, you know, over in her corner, then Mike might want to sit next to me. And if he does, then you're just going to sit in the back by yourself or something. I don't know.
Okay. I think I'll be okay. So why don't you find a seat?
Okay. Well, if you see Reginald, you tell him that I'm looking for him. I'm going to go, I guess, check somebody else's backyard. Oh, you come up all day. Too small for me, bro.
That was TNI.
No, you left your player characters.
Your party favors.
Party favors over here.
If anybody would like these shirts, my husband has made them custom from Andy.
Okay, that was a fun way. Y'all give April a hand. She wrote She wrote that whole skit, and I tried really hard not to mess it up. But she is very talented, though she doesn't believe it. But that was just a funny reminder for you guys to register for what? Reginald and Riley, a regional rally. It is January 10th on a Saturday. It's in Atlanta in our own backyard. So we make sure that we know Candy never lied. It's all good. So it's right there.
no excuses.
She did say no. And it's only $38. So I'm encouraging all of my ladies, since it's only $38, bring a friend and they can see, you know, what we're about and how much fun we have and just how much we like to love on each other. All right, so I told you just a second ago that we were, well, it was longer than a second ago, that we were going to just share kind of around the room of what you were thankful for in Premier. So we're going to go ahead and open that up to you guys, and if you want to share, just go for it.
If you don't start, I will pick on somebody.
All right, I'll go. I'll start first.
Yes.
I'm up here in front. I might as well.
But you might want to stand up just so everybody can hear you.
I'm thankful for Premier because it has helped me reconnect with some of the people, like even from college days and high school. So I've just kind of been able to reconnect with some people that I've lost touch with. So cool. Really like that about it. Thankful for that.
Thank you.
Nice.
I want to say something.
Y'all, she's like brand new.
Well,
Well, I didn't mean you, I meant them.
But anyway, I just wanted to say that I appreciate Premier and what it stands for because nowadays the integrity of most people or most businesses is lacking. And then to find a company that has a great integrity means a lot to me. So
Yes.
just wanted to say I'm happy to be a part of this.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm thankful for my upline because I have great conversations with these ladies, and they do a great job of lifting me up and giving me pointers and helping me whenever I really have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm also thankful for Premier because it's given me the opportunity to just connect with different ladies. I'm a teacher, so I'm kind of in my box, so to speak. I play softball too, so I talk to softball players and hang out with them, and I just hang out with teachers. So now I'm just kind of seeing all these new people, not only here, but on my home shows, and it's great to see these hostesses just kind of light up when you're like, oh, you're going to get $263.47 of free jewelry. So they're just like, yay! So they're so excited. Or they're excited, and it's exciting to see it, but just
Thank you.
I'm
It's okay. Y'all just introduce yourselves as you go.
I'm Lisa. I'll go next. Brooke is my mom and was my friend first, and I'm trying not to cry. But just this business has offered a way for me to take my very stressful life, and I work way more than full time, and I do this as a way to balance out the crazy so that I can enjoy something and I can have something that I can have fun with, and that I can come here and get away from all that mess out there. And so some of you that are with me understand and teaching, because I work in a school, but this is like my little in the middle of the desert, you go and there's the
Oasis.
Yeah. So, thank you.
I'll go. I'm Swan again. I am thankful for Premier because I am a single mom of 3 little girls. And one, yes, it gives me time away from them. I love them dearly, but I need time away from them. And it also gives me extra income. I work a full-time job, but I need extra income just to support my girls and for them to have more than just having enough to get by. So I'm thankful for Premier.
I'll go. My name's Kelly, and Candy is my jewelry mom, and she is probably one of the things I'm most grateful for in Premier because I don't think it was just by chance that we met. I think it was more divine intervention that God presented me with the personality that I could really relate to and feel like if anybody's going to be my unwavering dedication, even super pregnant, will answer every phone call, every text, even in the middle of a show. Hey, I'm at a show, what's up, what do you need? I mean, but without fail is always there for me, so that makes me really comfortable. But the other reason I like Premier is because I get to feel like a girl again. Seriously. I mean, being in a rut, single mom, working all the time, you forget to take care of yourself and dress yourself up. And it's been fun. I almost forgot what it was like to be girly again,
Yes.
So I've really enjoyed it. And meeting all of you ladies are so sweet and wonderful, so that's been really awesome, too.
Okay, I'll go.
for the last 5 years and for my upline. Your upline works very hard, and you come to your meetings and they send out reminders. They work very hard to put these 2 hours together for you. So I'm really thankful that over these years I've learned so much, and I've learned also from the ladies that I meet at the and just keeping in touch with. So I'm thankful too for what it's been able to do for my family. So that's what I'm thankful for. Okay, somebody else. I got up and did it.
I'll go for it. I'm thankful for Premier for someone. I don't have a loud voice. Like I tell my people at church, when I try to speak loud, my voice cracks. So when I try to yell at my kids, they just kind of laugh at me. But what Premier has done for me is bring me to a point where I can do that. I mean, I'm extremely shy to the point that like I would rather hide in that corner than be down here in front of y'all. But Premier has grown me in the last 4 years, not just financially, not just in a business way, but personally in a way that now I'm like teaching a Wednesday night Bible study at church to 40 women and things that I never could have seen myself doing. And God has used Premier to grow me in so many ways outside of this business. But it took me having to get in front of those women and do those home shows to do it, to grow that personality, I guess. Brooke is my Premier mom, and she's my sister-in-law.
And when she says that she was painful, like she was painful.
I cried when I signed my contract. I did. I cried and I asked Jimmy, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I was crying. And he's like, you can do it. You can. So, okay. Yeah.
We had to hug her and encourage her that she could talk in front of people.
And now look what she does.
Well, here's the thing. We as her family knew how hysterical she was. She's just very quiet. So now y'all get to know too, because I forced her to. We love our kids.
It's in love.
Should we try
to say it?
Yeah. Anybody else want to go?
Well, I will try to say something.
Okay.
No good. They're not. Just the support, the encouragement. Some of you know that I lost my husband 5 months ago, suddenly, and prior to that I've not been having a lot of shows on that, but it doesn't matter. That people show up with cards with gift cards in them, so I'll feed my child when I don't feel like cooking. And the phone calls and the notes and the prayers. And just appreciate it.
You want to hear from the lifer? Okay. Yeah, that's my new, I coined that phrase. I'm a lifer in Premier. But, so for me, yes, like Judy said, 5 years. Okay, I'm in 8, and, into my 9th. But I'm just super thankful for Premier because, yes, like Kelly said, I work super pregnant, and there are no excuses. And everybody in my downline knows that's who I am, and that's who I will always be in Premier. And I am due on the 19th. Stephen's like, no, you're now due the 16th, because that's when we're
Of December.
Yeah, of December. Okay, so y'all pray that I make it at least till Thanksgiving, because I got shows until Thanksgiving. So, but for me it is. I'm very thankful that this go round, I'm not working a full-time job. I try to encourage my girls that I've worked this along every path you can probably imagine in Premier, other than being a single mom. I am blessed that I'm not a single mom, but I know that whatever comes about, that is whatever chapter of my life, I know Premier is going to fit in it, and it's going to allow me to do whatever I need to do with my family. And so I'm very thankful for that in itself, because this month, yes, it's November, and if anyone has been in Premier longer than a year knows November's crazy, and you can book every day if you want to. So, out of like 23, like it's when like I think my last show is on the 23rd. Out of those, first 23 days, I probably am working 18 of them. But like that's me, and that's because I can't do anything in December, and it's really hard for me because I get excited with these promotions and stuff that come out, and I'm trying to find a way to squeeze something in because I want to be able to offer that to my customers, and I want to be able to offer that to my, hostesses and stuff like that, because it's more of a blessing to them that we realize, like Shelby was saying, the excitement these women get because they can afford Christmas for people in their family with jewelry. Like, we don't think about it like that. We just think about, oh, everybody's busy, I'm busy, whatever. But we have something to offer that's huge. And I'm just noticing, even in my shows, they might have low attendance in the month of November because people are crazy, but my orders are coming in, and the hostesses are super excited and are telling me they are getting to have this opportunity to provide gifts for people and save their money for other things that they needed to spend, because they're not having to spend it on all these gifts, and then we have a great product, and it's just a girls' night out for them. So just know how much we have, and like for me to not have to be at a full-time job anymore with this baby, I'm trying to sit as much as I can. I'm like out of breath, like I don't think I'm gonna make it till December, but we're gonna try as best as I can. Like so.
You gotta make it for tonight. I'm not being a nurse again.
No, I'm like, listen, I just gotta make it. I'm serious. I'm like, I gotta just make it until Thanksgiving. So at least I have my feast if I don't get it any other time. So it's a blessing to be a part of this company, and that's why I say I will totally be doing this forever. And I just love all of you ladies in here, and I'm happy to do it, as Randy says, to answer y'all's calls and to do all these things for y'all. I enjoy it, and it's so much better than punching a clock at 5. Thank you.
Anybody else? You're looking at me like. I really want that. One thing, I can't see you. Oh, Shirley?
It's me. My name's Shirley. I'm thankful for an incredible upline like y'all. For those of you who are new, we have the best leaders. I don't know if it's just the Southeast, I would say nationwide. They just give of themselves and give and give, and they're some of the most loyal people I've ever met in my whole entire life. So I hope to be a lifer. Me and Candy are like this. But even if I wasn't a lifer forever in Premier, everybody who I've met would be lifelong friends. That's really what you gain here. So I think for me, that's probably my biggest gain. I got into Premier because my husband works, but I have 5 kids, so we needed extra income. But the money has nothing to do with it for me. Really, it's about the relationships and the friendships that I've built, not just within our family, but also through hostesses and stuff like that. But I would say the biggest blessing for me personally through Premier is the friendships within our group. There's just a sense of loyalty and giving and sharing and loving that's very supernatural. And so I'm just grateful to be a part of it. So, love y'all.
Well, I love hearing from everyone in the room. Like, I'd stand here forever and let you all talk, but I know that you don't want to stay here all night long for the pajama party. And Tammy probably doesn't want us here that long either. But there's so many different people in this room, different walks of life, different places they're coming from. We have ladies in here who have restarted a business and very good at that. We have ladies in here who worked it successfully a long time, a very stressful full-time job. We have ladies in here who have a really outgoing personality, and we have ladies in here who are successful with a more reserved, quiet personality. We have ladies in here. I remember when I was new in Premier, Holly's my sponsor, but she was also one of my really good friends from nursing school. And so I was not going to come to training. It was like my second month. Like I was done. I was over it, done. And of course, Holly gets on the phone and calls me. "You're coming to training night, right?" I was like, well, she said, no, you gotta come, because I'm gonna do this or whatever. And I was like, okay. And I remember that night just being there, and some of you in the room may be there, just feeling like I don't know what I'm doing. I am pulled at all directions. I was working part-time leading Bible studies. I had a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old. My dad had just passed away, and I was just a mess. And just thinking, what am I doing? Like, I shouldn't be here. There are all these girls in this room doing all these great things, and what am I doing? And I just remember crying to Renee, Holly's sister, actually. Just how are you supposed to do this with all these little kids running around? I only had 2 then. Now I have 4. Not possessed to do that, but she, she just kind of put her arm around me and said, well, okay, why did you work that long? What were you doing? And I told her, and she said, girl, no, I can tell you a way to do that. It'll be so much faster. If you'll know Renee, that's how she talks. And, she just the little tiniest little suggestion to do Hostess packets in bulk. Like, that just made my day. Like, that's what I needed to hear. And just the encouragement of, okay, I have young kids too, and you can do this. So I want you guys to know there are all kind of women in this room. We all are going through things, and we all have different walks of life. And you can walk up to any person in here and get some encouragement if you need that. If you're just feeling like, oh, please come up to somebody in the room and just get loved on and encouraged a little bit. That's probably the biggest thing for coming to training. Okay. Next, we're going to do 2 different things. One, Tammy was going to pull our guests out to do our opportunity presentation, and Judy, I just asked her, and she said, I will be happy to do it, Brooke, because that's the kind of person Judy is. So if you have any guests in the room that need to hear the business part of it, just wave at me if you've got a guest. I'm not sure how many. Do we have any? Okay. I was thinking we just had, where'd she go? Oh, but Beth shared with you a few times. Okay. All right, so we're going to all stay in here unless there is someone who needs to hear the business. You need to grab Judy now and go into the dining room. Otherwise, we're moving on. Okay, so we are going to talk first, and I really hope I made enough copies. Okay, first of all, don't y'all just love the way you're like looking at each other here? Shake hands. Tammy worked really hard to get our room set up. So I'm going to be a teacher. We have a lot of teachers in the room. Oh, here. Okay, so what I'm passing out to you is our 2015 training calendar. Okay? So I'm just going to walk you through it briefly so you don't look at it and go, oh, we have to do all this stuff. Oh my gosh. No, don't do that. I'm going to walk you through, tell you how to use this, and how to teach your girls that you bring into Premier to use this. Okay? So as they're going back, I need my calendar. All right. How many of you already have one of these? Not a calendar that's current, but a 2015 calendar. It doesn't look like that.
I have the calendar.
All right. Okay, so everybody in the room, that's step 1. If you do not have a 2015 calendar, that is your homework. Go get a 2015 calendar because you're going to need one to be getting, to be getting shows. I'm going to grab it from you in a minute. To be getting shows booked, okay? So when you're setting up your calendar, the first thing you're going to do, and wait, this is a big question I get a lot. Do you put everything on your calendar, like all your kids' stuff, your husband's stuff, everything? The answer to that is yes, absolutely. Because if I did not, then I would have no idea when I could do shows, and I would double book things. Which April knows I've done that before by accident because she had to bail me out with Baser. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look here. This first section is monthly training, and that's what we're at here right now. Typically, that is on the second Monday of every month, but we have beautifully put some little stars if that's changed. So we have a couple of times where we may join up with our area leaders and do a big group thing, things like that. And that's all listed there for you. Tammy's phone number's here, and the address here is right there, all right? So the second thing that you see is our Fun to Share. How many of you do not know what Fun to Share is? I'm so glad. Okay, so Fun to Share is the best, most awesome thing because it's at my house, right? Yay! Fun to Share is typically the 4th Monday of the month, unless noted by a what? Y'all are so good. And what we do that night is we help you guys, because I know a lot of you aren't comfortable sharing the business or explaining it. So it's a time where you can just bring a friend. Every guest that comes gets free jewelry. And everyone that comes gets a dinner that night. And it's just kind of a laid-back setting where we can get to know one another and then share the business with your guests. If you're a jeweler, in order to attend, you have to have a guest with you. The jeweler that brings the most guests wins a gift card. So how many of you in the room have won a gift card? We've got a lot of ladies in the room that have won them. So that's a fun night. So when I train a new jeweler, this is what I tell them. This and this. The first page is what you need to plan to be at every month. So that's just 2 things, okay? So you need to be at training, you need to be at fun to share, you'll be golden. Got it? Okay, so then if you need a little extra love, some extra help, we have the next section, which is jewel school. And we've written out beside it what the focus is that night. So if you're just feeling like, oh, I need some help. Okay, I know, y'all go ahead and raise your hands. I know there's some girls in the room that are just, they need help with organization. And you see some of these girls are some of the most successful in the room too. So what we do, that would maybe a jewel school that you would want to attend. If you're struggling with bookings, I'm not going to have you raise your hand, but if that's a struggle of yours, you may want to come to the one that's booking focused. So we've written on there, if you just want to come to all of them because you love us, come to all of them. So we've written on there, these are very specific to that. It's not like normal training with all the announcements. It's just like a jewel school where you learn all that stuff, okay? The next section, Judy and Candy, y'all wave. Okay, so they put this next section on at Candy's house. And this is our new jeweler orientation and our new sponsor orientation. It goes on simultaneously at Candy's house. So if you're a brand new sponsoring jeweler, you can go pick your new jeweler up in her car, drive it over to Candy's house, and one of you will go with Judy to do the new jeweler orientation, and the other will go with Candy to do the new sponsor orientation. Just for the new sponsor orientation, it's just to kind of wrap your head around what are the steps of what I need to do. Very simple, okay? For the new jeweler orientation, we try to give you bits and pieces as you're a new jeweler. We really try to work with you, but these are kind of, if you missed them, then there's like the extra there. Taxes, things like that, okay? You all got that? And that is once a month, typically the first Monday. Now just a note, she's having a baby, so January will be at my house, and I had to write a huge circle.
I tried to keep it and move it to.
Hey, if you want it, you just text.
I had to hand it over. Now I'm good.
I know. I took it from her. She was wanting to do it the next week. I was like, whatever, I'll do it. All right, so then the next area is just social. So the new jeweler and new sponsor training, that's a one-time thing, okay? That's what I mean. I'm walking through so it doesn't overwhelm you. All right, the next section is social events. Some ladies are in Premier just because they love the friendships, the relationships, and the connections, and they need girl time. So this would be a section for you. If that's not you at all, that's totally fine. Like, if there is nothing wrong with that, you don't even need to put these on your calendar. So, okay? So it's, like I said, we try to put something on here a little for everybody to meet everyone's personality needs. Got it? All right, and in the back is our leadership. Now, if you're thinking, well, I'm not leadership, I'm just rip this off the trash, don't do that. Because you might be, like, in a few months, you never know. So what we do, I'll just briefly explain it. The designer planning at the top, all of your designers, we all get together, try to quarterly, and we throw together ideas of what's working, what's not, what we're hearing from our group that we need to change. We pull together ideas for training, things like that. So we actually plan this for you together. Okay, so that's what that is. And then the bottom are just like some different date nights, trips, things like that that would be available. Just so you kind of know that. All right. Now I forgot the most important thing on the front. Y'all see Reginald and Rap Riley? Reginald and Riley's on there. We are not having a January training because it's in our own backyard. So we should all be able to go there. We don't feel like you need to be overtrained. Seriously, one training a month, fun to share, to build your business. That's good. So we're counting, Regional Rally. We're counting that as our January training. And then the other is our National Rally in Texas. That is in July. And that is an awesome, exciting event. Go ahead and be putting that on your calendar and on your radar screen. And be just putting aside a little bit of money each month to save up for it. It is well worth it, and we'll talk more about that as we get into it. All right, girls, did I forget? Oh, I did. Forgot. Tammy is doing live OP calls. This is a new thing she's starting this year. Because a lot of you guys, how many of you enjoyed when she did 2 of them, and she was phenomenal. She was just so good. They're very quick. I think she does it in like 15 minutes. And she's just doing it the first Sunday of every month, so you can offer prizes, people get their PJs, listen to Tammy. She's just sharing business if that's something also to help you grow your business. Okay? Any questions over the calendar?
Brooke, is that, I don't remember, is that OP, where someone can go and listen to it, the live call?
Recorded still?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Tammy.
She
if
was
it's
recording them.
She was, okay. We'll double check too.
I can't remember.
Okay, Tammy, what she told me about this call is it's going to be the first Sunday of every month unless like something comes up or she's out of town. She will let everyone know, like if there's some reason. So she will also let you know if there's a recording and what that number is. So she'll just get that information out to everybody. Okay. One big way we communicate is through our Facebook pages. We have a Woodward Wow Facebook page. We also have a
Dewberry Diamonds and Dazzle Divas.
Dewberry Diamonds and Dazzle Divas. So that's all of our group right now. So we have 2 Facebook pages. So you need to make sure that your sponsor has added you to whichever one or both applies to you. Okay? So if you're not on that, you need to talk to your sponsor. Okay. I got it? All right. So who we have next? We have Miss Beth Martin. All right, before she comes up, though, I'm gonna let her get her thoughts. So I have had so many people like, Brooke, what is she doing? And I'm like, I don't know. I want to know too. She hates being recognized completely, but
Girl, you need to stop. You need to do it now.
she does work a full-time job. She does have 2 children, and she does struggle with not feeling good. And she has just started rocking it out. She started in May. And what is this month right now?
November.
She is already a designer. And how many do you have in your 10, 10, 10? 14. Just 14 in her 10, 10, 10. I went with her. Some of her girls, she started hearing word that they were having a little bit of trouble booking. So she called me up. What can I do? I've been online. Listen to this. What do you think? I was like, that sounds awesome. Okay. So she put together a booking boot camp for her girls who were struggling with booking. They haven't even been in that long. And it was just a great night that we did together. She asked me to train, but I was like, no. I need you just do what you're going to do. And y'all, I love hearing from her. So she's not only been that, but a big blessing in my life personally. We've just this great friendship we have now, and I just love her. So I just asked her to come and just share with you guys a little from her heart and what on earth are you doing? Now you're going to kill me for introducing.
This is not why I signed up.
Lisa, can you make sure that
It's working.
Well, I really did jot some notes down, but after I loaded up my car, apparently I didn't load up my notes. I'll ramble a little
She was
bit.
one of those organization girls that are
I know. I'm about 30 hostesses behind on thank you note cards. Brooke's like, how are you behind on that? I'm like, that's just not my forte.
I feel you, girl.
Yeah, thank you. Is anybody else behind on thank you?
Because
note
when
cards?
you do it,
That would
we
be
don't
me.
behind on that. Okay, yes, that's okay. You got 30 notes. So.
I need to have a hostess thank you.
Yes. I don't really know exactly. I'm just going to share what I'm doing. This comes from Tammy. She got up here one night. I don't know. When I come to the trainings, I didn't know anybody at the first training. I sat in a chair thinking, what have I got myself into? They're doing clappers. That's not me. They normally play a lot of music, and that's not me. And I really was second guessing why I was here. And I just realized that if I just started listening to what they were telling me, that it was going to work. And Brooke didn't really give me a choice. She just said, okay, you got to do your quick start. You got to do this. You got to do this. I was like, okay. I can do it if somebody tells me to do it. And then Tammy got up here. I guess it was maybe It was right before we went to rally. And she said, this is what she does to share the business. So I'm just going to show you what I do. At my jewelry shows, when you're going through the purse game, I tell about how you can make money with the Diva dollars. And then at the very end, I just say, if anybody wants to hang out or, and to hear about it, I'm going to take about 10 minutes for anybody interested. Then I'll pick somebody's name and you'll get $25. At my cousin's show, I accidentally messed up. I was a little nervous. And I said, if you'll hang around, everybody gets $25. It's okay.
How many people hung around?
I know.
Like 4. Everybody's like, I want the
But 3 of them are now jewelers, so I guess it kind of worked. But yeah, so I messed up a little bit, but I'm getting better at that. So now I know if you want to hang around, then I'm going to draw one of your names, and you're going to get $25 free jewelry, and you can spend it on this order. And so they're like, oh yeah, I'll just hang around. And sometimes the husbands hang around. I know on Saturday I got to share with 2 husbands and their wife. They just want to hear about it, and they asking questions. So all I do is I just take my flip book, just like the purse game. It's really idiot proof. That's the specials, and I just do this. Okay, why are you doing Premiere? And I flip through it. What is your reason? And I really take about 7 minutes is all it takes, literally. And how many of y'all have heard me do this? Just in this room. So a lot of people have heard me do it. And, you know, a lot of times people are still shopping around, and that's fine. I'll just go. Sometimes I sit right in front of the coffee table or whatnot, but I share right then because that's when the excitement is. And that's when they're kind of wanting to know, is this something for me? And I have some jewelers in here tonight that have been to like 4 or 5 of my shows, and I think that the reason they know they can do it is because it is just repetitive and it is easy. I mean, that's reading word for word, and you know, you just go through why Premiere, and Tammy put this on our website. Does anybody else use this?
I haven't used it.
Okay.
No.
Me too. Okay.
I
got it from the, I don't even know where I got it.
Maybe she emailed it.
Well, no, after trainings, you know, I'll put it on the website. So then I just went to the website and I printed it off.
There's a flip book on our website.
Okay, so flip book on
And
the
I don't know
website.
if it's the same one.
She took it off your website.
Yes, my purse game is also on there, so it's woodwardwow.com, password's woodwardwow. If you'll email it to me, I'll make sure it's the same one.
I can find it if we can't figure it out. I think Judy may have it too, but I've printed it out, so I have it somewhere on my computer. I can figure it out.
I don't want that.
Yeah, and it just goes over Premiere and how you make money, how you make 50%, and then the hostess makes the money, and then I mean 2 ways, blah, blah, why it's not a pyramid, and what you get for your $3.95, and then the boutique.
And this
Blah, blah.
Is that how you?
I don't know if that. I didn't want to bore y'all. Y'all didn't want me to go through it.
I'm gonna do that in my next show. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, she really did do it that night. She really did go through it. That's what I'm doing.
So Beth, when
Yes,
after you go through that, what do you do next? You've gone through the OP, that part, what's your next
I do
step?
exactly what the page says. It says, what do I do now? First thing you need to do is you need to set a training show. And then the second thing you need to do is we're going to get a quick start because that's crazy not to get all the free jewelry. And sign up and let's see if you're already approved for the jewelry reward card. And I got that from Candy.
Amen. I was like, thank you.
Because not everybody gets approved. I didn't get approved as soon as I went through. I didn't get approved.
So you know that.
And then I went, well, forget this. So I just put my husband's name through, and he got approved. So I have a jewelry card with my husband's name on it. And that's it. And then it's not. So do you want to do it? It's like, okay. So when do you want to set your training show? Or do you want this to be your training show? Because today could be your training show because you're the hostess.
So you don't do the 6 minutes to win it, you do that instead.
I don't know what 6 minutes to win is.
She doesn't know.
It's
It's similar to that, but she's doing that, like, yeah, that's what she's doing. Is anybody that wants to listen, she's doing the full-on thing, but she's covering it in 7 minutes, and it's getting more to the point.
And I'm not normally this nervous. I do not like talking in front of a lot of people like this.
She's mad.
And you're a teacher.
I can talk in front of kids all day.
Y'all, don't you just totally love how I mean, look, she's reading like, it's a book. She's just flipping through and reading it. Don't y'all know how simple that is? She doesn't make it hard. She is sponsoring like crazy, so this is great.
But it also makes a big difference, like she said, she's doing the just boom, 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 what's next? Like, you, as soon as they go home and have time to think about it and be talked out of it, it could very well be a blessing for them, but someone's gonna try to talk them out of it. If you at least see if they're approved for the card or not, then they know their plan B, and then you can say, okay, then here's your plan of action. You know, so you know how to help them, and they're in it, like you said, they're excited, they're in it, they know what they would be doing, and it is very duplicable with our flip charts.
I have a question. Are you doing the card application at the show? I'm sorry, I cut mine.
The
Are you doing a card application at the show? Because I've heard some jewelers will bring like tablets or laptops or whatever. Or are you just following up with them later on?
I have, like, on Sunday night, Saturday night we did it at the church where we were at, and sometimes, but not sometimes.
Do you do it on your phone?
No, I haven't ever done the
You
jewelry.
just use the person's computer.
Mhm. And honestly, I've been in it 6 months, and what I know is that if you just work this business, it works. I mean, there's people in it, and I know that it can be an extra $200 a month or an extra $1,000, or it can replace their income. And because I know it and I believe it, I don't feel like I'm having to make up something. It's kind of like, yeah, this works. If you want it to work, it'll work for you. It's not like but I think the big key is when I went to Rally is that I truly understood the heart of the company, and I knew that it is for real. It's not just, I'm not just trying to sell you something. You know, I really want to share it to you so that you can be successful.
Can I say something about her whole presentation? What got me so, it touches your heart because she's sincere and it's from the heart. And that right there, it just wrapped it up because that's what, when you're sincere and you're listening to people and you're talking to people and you're coming from the heart, you have them.
And this is a person who's going to be a jeweler today. She's not a jeweler, so y'all listen. As April had a question like an hour ago.
After you do your little presentation, are you having them fill out like where do you stand kind of form?
That would be awesome to do, I'm sure.
Or you-
And
You're already, hopefully you already have them fill out the surveys for the form. I was just wondering, are you just asking them where do you stand kind of thing, or are you
So you should
actually
do that with that
saying
6 minutes to win a ticket.
She doesn't know it.
Yeah.
So tell them what
No, I think that would be.
Well, that's
I want to know what
skills
you're doing.
What do I do?
Are you just asking them, or how are you finding out where
How are
they're
you
at?
ending it, other than reading?
Or are
the
they
stats?
just so wowed by you? Just saying
It's kind of like, why would you not sign up? It baffles me as, why would you not want to be a hostess? Why would you not sign up? I don't know.
A jeweler.
No, but I mean, same thing. Why would you not want to be a hostess? Why would you not want to get that free jewelry? And then why would you not want to sign up to be a jeweler? I mean, it's a win-win, right?
Yes.
That's okay, logistically speaking,
Hang on just a second, guys.
you have, I'm logistics in a way, okay. You've done your show, that's what you do next, and then you do your orders, or you do it, which
No,
order of the night do you do that in?
Right at the end, when I'm talking about the Diva dollars, right then I say, or when I'm wrapping it up after, actually that's why I have my specials in here. Oh, this is a special going on right now, whatever the special is. And then I'll say, oh, that reminds me, because I am working on my organization. I am working, look at this, you got one of these? And then I just say, if there's anybody, I know a couple of you have already talked to me about the business, and they're going to want to hear for about 10 minutes. And if anybody else wants to hear, I'm just going to come over here after we shop a little bit, and I'll just sit with you and show you a little bit about the business. That's all I say.
Okay.
And then after we've been shopping a little bit, I'm going to say, hey, you may in there that's still shopping. If you want to shop, you can shop. You can come in here. I'm just going to share the business real quick.
So do you do like add up orders and then go? You set a
Add
timer?
orders. No, I don't set a timer.
I knew that, but I'm just
Yeah.
asking for.
No, that would be organizational.
Oh, and the $25 of free is if they want to stay after. Isn't that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Let's just say these 4 people wanted to stay and listen. Then I will put their name on the back of a ticket or whatever I have, a piece of paper, and I put it in a box and I shake it up and I pick one number. Oh, Sarah, you just got $25. Thanks for listening tonight. You can add that to your order.
Well,
So it cost me $12.50 to share it with 4 people.
But you could tie in, like, I do a 6 minutes to win it, which I could do that, but there's a little ticket that I just pass around after I explain the shopping, or right before I explain the shopping, and I just hand it, explain what it is if you want to get it, and then you could say, just pass the tickets around, and I just keep talking, take one if you want one, it's got name and a scale, 1 to 10, can't put 5, gotta have opinion, how interested you are in the business, and I use those with my drawings.
Yeah.
So, you
And
could-
see, I don't even look at the 1 through 10. I'll be honest. I try to listen to the person talking and try to hear. I mean, you can, if you're listening to that person, you know if it's something that's going to work. And then it could be your own cousin who tells you, this is my last show I'm doing with Premier. I told all my people that are coming, this is it. And then they sign up, that'll blow your mind. But, you know, there are going to be some that are going to surprise you that sign up. But then for the most part, I think it's kind of like the 5 love languages, like, you know, just listening to people and seeing. Because everybody comes for a different reason. My husband wanted me to come into it, and he got me by pulling my heartstrings by saying, because I was like, I like jewelry, and I do not like to talk in front of adults. And he said, oh, but we could use this for missions. And I went, oh, that's a good idea. And so that's how he taught me into it. Of course, that changes. So if you just listen to the reason why, my cousin's daughter had just totaled her car that week, and she was thinking, wow, I'm about to have a new car payment. And it just, you know, so everybody's different.
What I love about this, what I've learned from Beth is I am very organized. I have a system and a list and a checklist for everything. But she is rocking, and you don't have to have all that stuff. You just need to believe from your works, know in your heart, be genuine, and share it with people. It's that simple. Like, you don't have to. We make it hard a lot of times, and you don't have to make it hard. She does this with a full-time job, and I don't know how she does all that stuff without writing it down, but whatever she does. She's phenomenal, and she doesn't. Clearly, she doesn't make it hard. She actually told me, Brooke, I don't have time to share with as many people that want to need to hear about the business, so I just do not my shows. That's right.
Because they don't have time either to meet another time, you know. They're more likely to stay right then and hear about it. Sorry, y'all.
I'm like, don't shut down because I don't want to give her.
Y'all give it over. No. All right, any other questions for Beth? Put her on the spot. I love her. He do. All right, next we are going to hear from Miss Candy Dewberry. December jewelry shows. Do we need to set this up for Christian?
No, I mean,
It's not.
I think I got it.
You got to use it. It's not the way it's supposed to.
Okay.
Candy, all these people will have to bend over so we can see.
Oh, I sat in Tammy's chair where the cat sits, so probably black and hair. Awesome.
There you go.
If you hit the green button, it'll pause it.
Green pauses it.
Or say Xbox
I'm like, Terry.
I have one too, so you just talk to it.
Oh, you just talk to it? Okay. Alright, everybody, so we gotta make sure we have time to watch the video, so I'll try to be quick. But basically, this is December is different. My December's gonna be real different. Shoot. Like not existent. But it is a lot different than a regular time of year. Obviously, like there's the fun and festivities that you want to have in the air. Like, I mean, it's a lot of people do cookie exchanges alongside their jewelry shows, things like that. But anyways, your home show needs to be a lot more shorter than normal. Just keep it short and sweet because the ladies want to shop. You want to make sure you give them time to shop, but you want to show them the jewelry and make it fun as well. But it's good, some of the stuff we covered last month, having the fun interaction of Christmas type things, like whether it's the red and green M&Ms or having a candle that smells like Christmas or things on your table that are reminding them Christmas is right around the corner, telling them how many days they have left to shop. Keeping gifts and shopping in their head in Christmas, okay? Because then they're going to be on their order forms thinking, oh yeah, I need to get gifts. You can put like a little Christmas sticker on all your order forms because then they're going to see that. It's right there in their face. It's going to remind them. And then somebody even said you can put like a star or something underneath the sticker and they can peel it off and then let them know, they get a prize or something, do a game that way where it's kind of more interactive. In the show, it's not taking away the time to keep it going quicker. I always do, usually in December, I try to do as many pass around the catalogs. We'll meet, what we call U&2s. If you don't know what that is, it's like a mini show, just meeting them. If everybody's busy, if that's all you're hearing is, oh, I'm too busy, I'm too busy, I'm too busy, guess what? That's fine. This is what you can do. Just pass this book around. Like, I did a party, literally, there was one lady there other than my hostess, but the show's already $500. Because orders are coming in. So people have no problem circulating the catalogs this time of year because people are shopping. So make sure at your shows, don't get discouraged if you're not getting bookings or home shows because those aren't necessarily what you want to call them anyways. Like, that's completely thrown out the window in my verbiage at my shows right now. Even more so because I'm huge. And I'm trying to put them on the calendar wherever I can fit them because I'm working on points for a goal I have. So I'm trying to fill that as much as I can, but I'm doing, here, just pass this around. The lady's like, oh, well, yeah, I don't really have time to do a party or anything like that. I'm like, oh, no problem. She's going to see her mom and her sister and a couple girls because she's a nurse in Johns Creek. So I'm like, oh, yeah, just pass around the book. People want to shop right now. And we'll get you some free jewelry. She's like, okay, that's great. Before she knew it hit her, she's circulating the catalog for me. And we're meeting next week. So you just kind of catch them off guard. I know that's horrible. But they do want free jewelry. They just don't have time to put a big event together is what they think. And so you have to help them understand differently. Let them know jewelry is a great gift item to mail out. It's small and lightweight. I have been showing at least 5. I have a whole segment in my fashion show, which my fashion show, the bulk of it, I show the new versatility and stuff, but then I do a whole section of 5 pieces that are my top gift items. So it's getting them, and I'm like, all these are 40 or less, great gift pieces. Here's the heaven piece, here's a little thing that goes with it, the Proverbs, the Matthew. The starlets are awesome. Everybody loves the starlet, So I show those, and I'm showing, these are your top gift items, 40 or less. And so then I ask at the end of the show, do you want to add, did you get all your gifts? Don't forget these are great gift items that, are even if Proverbs is 34, Heaven is 36, they're not that bad at all. And so I'm already aware of that and showing them. So, and encourage your hostess to use all her half-price items. I even call certain people and tell them they can use them if she don't use them all. If I know they were wanting to get a watch or whatever, I'm like, tell your mom or tell your sister or your best friend, she really wanted this, call and tell her she can have your half price if you don't use it. But that's really beneficial to them. Sell off your table and bring extra boxes. This is great, especially if you're going to do shows the 3rd week of December, because the shipping schedule, just pay attention, I think it's the 14th, is the last day to submit it for regular shipping, and then you've got the 17th and 18th that are 2-day and then overnight, if I did that off of memory correctly. But pay attention to that. Sell off your table and then just replace it. It's not a big deal, and not everybody's going to have their pieces. Some people are like, oh, it's mine. It's not a big deal. If they need it for a gift, though, I start selling off my table now. If they're like, oh, we're going home before Thanksgiving, I need it now. It's no big deal. I just get it back from them just if I'm going to see them. And I just put myself a big note. I owe you jewelry to get it back. So those are some things you can set up at a school, teachers' lounges, things like that. Offer a teacher discount. Have your husbands host a men's night out and sell off the table. Offer free gift wrapping for the guys especially. Okay, y'all put a bow on a cute box, or like these are great. You can get these at the dollar store, like multiple ones. And like these are cute, so they just get a little bag. So when they come in, they're really easy. That's my gift wrapping. Okay. But you will just see a whole different kind of like idea. Office shows are great this time of year. Just offer to come in. People are busy. They don't have time to get to the mall. Whatever. Just say, hey, let me offer this to your, employees. I'll just come in, set up at lunch. Dental offices, doctor's offices, things like that. They break from 1 to 2 anyways, whatever, or 12 to 2, depending on the locations. I found some banks, some dental offices, things like that are going to let me do it. But they like that stuff because they want to do something or look like they're doing something for their people. So they let them have time to shop since they don't let them have a lunch, a very long lunch break. But anyway, so those are some ideas of ways to think of people. And you just kind of talk quickly during those. It's just an in and out thing. It's not like an actual show per se. You just, as long as you're covering the points of showing the jewelry, explain the guarantee, explain that they can get free jewelry, which is hostess plan, break that down real quick, and let them know they can make money doing this. If you cover those 4 points, it counts as a show. So like Brooke said, do not make it harder than it is. That is why y'all might see like 15 shows get submitted for me in the month of November. Because I am doing a whole lot of mini shows, U+2s, on top of my regular shows, just to make it happen for me this time of year. Even might do a few in December if they need to come bring me their orders and see the baby. That's how you can come see the baby. You gotta bring me orders in November. I'll have jewelry set up. No, but seriously, like things like that, that's how you make it happen. Nobody has time to do 15 to 20 shows, like what you want to call a show per se. You have to be able to get creative this time of year in order to help these people earn the free jewelry that they want. And whatever they can do, let them do it. If they can only get $200 worth of orders, y'all, why not make $100 to go meet them for, coffee or lunch? I mean, seriously. And so just think about it like that, or to go meet them after the kids go to bed. I mean, I'm doing Facebook shows, I'm doing whatever works. Because that's what the people need and that's what the people want. So just listen to your clientele. Everybody's going to be different. So don't miss out on opportunities that are right there because it doesn't look normal, what you think is normal for a show. Because there's not a normal anymore. So that's pretty much it. On the guarantee, make sure people know, I stress that the gift, that if they're getting a gift, I start the 60 days from when the gift is given. For the guarantee, golden guarantee. So, that is about it. And then Judy is going to do like a recap, just a recap of January and what to expect in January.
While she's doing that, if our Xbox person, okay, I took somebody over there. If you can just hold the control, and she's been talking to you, just hit play.
Okay, January. After Christmas, everybody's tired of their family already, right? All right. Don't make it hard. People are busy now, so what I'm telling people is, oh, I can't do it now, so that's okay, I can't do it now either, I'm booked. I said, so let's do January. What works for you? The spring line is coming out. You can tell them that, you don't have to tell them that, whatever you want to do. But offer something. You can offer them an extra $25. You can offer them a ring, offer them a piece of jewelry. So if they book on January 9th, they can pay $9 for that piece of jewelry. If they book on the 25th, they can pay $25 for that piece of jewelry. Offer them something. If you go to any of the stores after the holidays, they got sales galore. Okay, so offer them something. January, now, what is this, November, December, will set your January up and your spring selling time, okay? January again, you don't have to do a big show. You can make it a quick, fun kind of thing where they can drop in. But I'm really, I didn't believe this when I first started Premier. Who wants to do anything in January? There are ladies who January is sometimes their biggest month. So if they're saying they're too busy now, how about January? You can offer them, one of the things I'm doing now is, I call it Diva In, Diva Out. It's just another silly name for a passerby. There's $25, $30, and $50 in the little fun bags. And I pass those out, and I ask them if they want to double it. And if they still don't know what's in there yet, but if they want to double it, they have to book with either January or February. No, yeah, right now I'm doing December or January. Okay, well they're going for January now because I'm booked in December. But they can double it. So I have no problem giving $50 additional jewelry because I got a show. You know, I have no problem giving up a little bit more profit. So just kind of think outside the box, but ladies, get bookings in January, because if you don't have it in January, February's going to be kind of harder, and then you come into the spring season. Now is when your spring season will really, you'll have a really profitable spring season. Can I answer any questions? I know I went through that quick, but we're kind of short on time. So anybody have any questions? If you can't think of one now, I'm back there. Ask me later.
All right, guys. We are going to 60% thing.
Oh, I forget that.
Well, yeah, so don't forget, pay attention to the 2 promotions that are out right now. You can do your own personal home show every month through now till October. So there's no excuse not to have something to get your business going monthly. And starting November 29th through January 31st, your hostess can earn 60% of their entire sales in free jewelry, which is huge. So get on the phone with that, and you should have no problem filling your calendar.
Y'all, this month is Premier's birthday, so Candy's going to play, sorry I keep doing that, she's going to play a video just to kind of remember what we're about. Joan and Andy are founders, for those of you that don't know. And then as we're watching this, all of the leaders are going to be passing around cake to those of you that would like it. This is Beth's famous wedding cake. She used to bake cakes. And so just enjoy.
You bake it?
I'm just rewinding.
She does everything. What can't she do? I mean,
All right, here we go.
Did you get it?
My mom does.
I'm Joan Harner, and I'm so happy to speak to you and tell you a little bit about Premier Designs. When Andy and I began thinking of developing a new company, we both wanted more than just a direct sales company. In fact, sales never really entered our minds. We wanted a company that could help people meet their financial needs, to enrich the lives of all we meet, and to enable mothers to stay at home with their children. Premier Designs was founded on November the 5th, 1985. We selected our founding verse from the book of Proverbs to remind us that God expects us to have fair dealings. Our verse says it this way: the Lord demands fairness in every business deal. He sets the standard. We will build the company based on biblical principles and have a clear philosophy, purpose, and plan. Today, we still have the same core values. It is true that we can honor the present by never forgetting the past. There are some things we must never forget. To help future Premier Jewelers remember, we have developed a heritage series. It has 3 parts: who, why, and what we are. Why we selected home shows, and then a little bit about the Harner Premier Foundation. All new designer leadership will receive all 3. For our founding month, November, you will see and hear Andy as he shares part 1 of who, why, and what we are. Andy originally recorded these words a few years ago, and the exciting part to me is that none of the philosophy, purpose, and plan has changed since that day in November 1985. Now, here is my husband, Andy Harner.
You know, time really flies by. The Premier is to continue like we are in some years ahead. There are some things that we really need to do. I'm sitting here at a table which we now have here in our home office. where we sat around and made the decisions about our new company. It was November of 1985 when we incorporated. I have here one of our first brochures, and it's just amazing when I think about the philosophy, the purpose, and the plan. It's still the same. It was around this table that we wrote that philosophy that said that we would believe in a God who created each of us very unique, very special, and with potential. God has a plan and a purpose for our life. It was here when we wrote our purpose and stated that we wanted to make every life we touch. And that service would be our motivation, not self. It was here that we determined home shows would be our marketing plan, and hostesses would be our focus. You know, thinking about it now, we didn't understand how different we were going to be. We made decisions early on that we did not really understand. Like, everyone will come in the same way, one-on-one, and we'll start with a kit and hold home shows. No outside multi-level promoters would be brought in to expedite our growth. We control our growth and not let fast growth put the immense pressure on us that we have to change our way of operating. You know, it's been very tempting at times when we could have brought in the size of the groups that were offered to us, but we didn't do that. And you must realize that if I started a company many years ago, my nature would not have permitted me to be as patient and follow the present plan. I'm very self-centered, and worldly success motivated me. I did well, but no matter how good I achieved, it never was enough to satisfy me. But at 62, God had prepared me. You see, most of my Christian life was wanting to serve the Lord in my way, in my thinking. I measured my spiritual growth, my spiritual life, on my performance. Little did I know I was burned out before God could get my attention and develop some plans in my life. You've heard me say many times, I did not see any bright lights or I didn't see any angels appearing. But God was leading me to do something. Direct sales would not have been our choice. I struggled with this. And after God blocked the many opportunities that I thought would have been great, I was saddened and very disappointed. It was when I said, Lord, I can't do this. I don't want to be part of direct sales. It was then that he said to me, Andrew, I've been waiting for 40 years for you to say it. Now let me do it. And he has. And he will continue to bless us. 11 years, and look at what he has done. It's amazing. The philosophy, the purpose, the plan, the service. That's no small accomplishment for today's world. Service is still our focus. We have one of the best marketing plans, and we have the best focus plan. We have one of the highest retention rates. Our people earn more money. Our average is more per month compared to our listeners. We've been able to reaffirm the worth and the value of me. And many lives have been changed in their time of return. Could Joan and I have ever predicted or done this? No. There's no way. God answered my prayers, put us into a business with a ministry beyond anything that we could ever imagine. We're so grateful for the opportunity to be part of that adventure. And our best days are still ahead. Please remember what I've said so many times. We're not a religion. We're not a denomination. We're not a missionary organization. What are we? We're a well-managed, strong corporation operating using all of it. We tell the truth, keep the promises, and know that people are the reason for the success that we have. Let me share something with you from my notes. Would you agree to commit with Joan and me that in our company some things might change, like our products and our methods? but never our biblical philosophy or our purpose or our plan. A philosophy that we can build lives and families and businesses, gives us hope for the present and for eternity. A plan that gives us the opportunity to go into thousands of homes with a heart full of hope and a desire to serve. We need to and can make money in our business. But Ecclesiastes 5:10 tells us, he who loves money shall never have enough. The foolishness of thinking that wealth brings happiness. And then it says again in Ecclesiastes 5:19 and 20. And of course, it's very good if a man has received wealth from the Lord and good health to enjoy it. To enjoy your work and accept your lot in life, that is indeed a gift from God. What is our desire for you? As leaders, will you do this? Get involved in those needs. Continue to share the opportunity and work hard. You can make money. Forgetting about truth. Forget about integrity. Forget about honesty. Truth and integrity are also very valuable assets. And our focus is not on the bottom line, but it's on the top line, which is our people. And you can't do anything for others, our people, and your people, that they won't do something else. We've had several offers from other people who would like to join from here, who promised to come in and double our business and influence our life. But because of our founding principles, we have 100 people who really believe in what we're doing, and 1,000 who just have an interest in power and profit. You who receive this faith must always remember what I'm sharing with you. You will be responsible to carry on what's shown you. Never forget the foundation of our company is not in the product. It's not in our program. It's not in our philosophy. What we believe is built on the Word of God. The grass withers, the flowers fade, but the Word of God remains. Remembering daily what we have carved in the front of our entrance. I'm among you that serve. Luke 22. You know, there's been a process, and as we took one step at a time, God confirmed we were His servant. How? By giving us peace and strength in good times and in the bad times. And we claim two special verses that have given us confidence many times. Philippians 2:13. For it is God working in you, giving you the will, the power to achieve His purposes. Then my favorite, Philippians 1:6. Be confident of this one thing: God has begun a good work in you, and He will complete. Why did we start from here and invest 11 years of our life? It was not something we really planned on and wanted to do. After 17 years, I was tired, burned out in direct sales industry. We did it because we know God called us to it. You cannot reflect on the past or read a story without knowing it just didn't happen. In all honesty, after several years, after I left Holy Church, the thought never occurred to me about starting a company. Direct sales had never been an option. I would you see, God's ways are not always possible. And all were possible. And never worked out. Premier was born after counseling. Little did we know the road our lives would take. The hill, the valley, through the pains and joys. We are amazed at what God has done and is doing in life. But remember, people, are noticed by the depths of your beliefs and emotions and all the logic and knowledge and process of this business. Know for sure that we love people because they are, but our expectations are high. This business is not for everyone. put you there. But in leadership, you will never place everyone. So we're going to get no's. We're going to get rejections. It's part of the process. And we're going to have to be thankful. What you believe shows and can motivate you to keep on keeping on. See, Premier's future is bright. It can be the light in the darkness of our time. Are we perfect? No. We're good. But it's never. These things I've shared with you are very important that you remember. After all, our business is hard work. Leadership is, but it carries much responsibility and accountability. Some of the secrets of building our business out is believe in what you have to offer, sharing the opportunity with others. Booking more home shows are the road to success and are basic to your sponsoring and earnings, and people meeting their needs. Our first 11 years, we've learned a lot, but we're still learning. We have the best jewelers in leadership, plus our home team organization is strong. We're looking forward to the years ahead with anticipation and excitement. Of all the things I'll ask you to remember, this is a must. God does not measure you or me by our success or numbers or possessions or title or position. We honor Him when we tell the truth, keep our promises, do what is right, and work hard. Yes, we expect you to work hard and be involved. Remember, we have what people need. A dose of hope, money they can earn, friends they can make, acceptance, recognition, but much more. We can reaffirm their worth and value. And in America, we have so much. But most Americans like the one thing that they have the most is hope. It's not found in the toys and the things and the stuff and the wealth or in recognition. We have the answer. And Premier can be the pathway for many to find eternal hope. I pray you catch what I'm saying and share it. Then you be sure we hold on to our foundation principles and practices in the years ahead. The future years of Premier will be determined by the remembering of these things that I shared. God will bless our efforts when we abide by the principles in the book. Our leaders are special. We appreciate you. We're proud of you. And we trust you completely. Doing it the Premier way will never be easy. Anything that is worthwhile never is. Now let me close by sharing from the book, Galatians 6:4. Let everyone be sure that he is doing his very best. For then he will have personal satisfaction. All work well done. And won't need to compare himself with someone else. And verse 9. And let us not get tired of doing what is right. For after a while, we will reap a harvest of blessings if we don't get discouraged and give up. Whenever we can, we should always be kind to everyone, and especially to our Christian brothers. Let's do it together. Continue to serve and give, trusting God for the results. I'd like you to watch this tape often so you remember the things I've shared to keep Premier the company it is today in the years ahead. Let's do it together.
All right, y'all give our stopper and our starter a hand. Okay, I want to thank you guys for being here, and we just want you guys to know you are all a blessing to us, and we just appreciate you so much and love you guys. If you will, I have a couple of things. Oh. Y'all want private?
text telling me there's like all.
Tammy sent a text that we have prizes. Right?
Yeah, they're basically like, and he. Stuff, and then.
Okay, well, Candy's getting that together. If you're a jeweler, then please make sure you take home a blessing ring. And if you didn't have time to write someone a card, feel free to take a card home. If you want to email me or anyone that you know in the room to ask for an address, then we can certainly get that to you. If you want to mail a card. The other thing, if you don't go home, if you don't have a blessing ring to take home, you need to come and see me so that I can make sure you get one, because I tried really hard to order enough. And then just a little suggestion. Tammy and Philip are going to be coming home late with Aiden. So if there are any of you that can maybe hang back and stay and help get the chairs up and the tables up and the tablecloths and all that without scratching her beautiful floors, and we can just surprise her when she gets home. If you can't, please do not feel pressured in any way or obligated. I know a lot of you have really long drives, a lot of you have to get up at 4 in the morning to go to work, and I totally get that. But if you can and you're available, I know she'd appreciate that. So, we have our prizes ready?
Yeah, I mean, there's different stuff up here.
Okay, so I'll draw a number and then
Basically, you gotta come look through this stuff.
Our names are on it.
Their names are on them this time. You have no tickets.
So you can call a number and we will.
Okay, I'll call numbers to aggravate Trilby. Thank you for letting me know. How many are we gonna do?
Brooke.
Right here.
Okay.
3, 5,
Yes, ma'am. Anybody else need to put the tickets in? Okay. I'm obviously not in charge of recognitions and prizes. All right. We have a fun lady. Karen Kay. Woo! Karen Kay, you have Karen Kay hot on your trail. That was you again. You're kidding. No, I told you twice. You can't win twice. You can only win once. Okay. Courtney. Okay. We have Mayor Faulkner.
Shake my phone.
Is that enough?
It doesn't rattle. Let's hope not.
Signatures. We need 2 more. Okay. Ready? 2 more. Amy Bastidas. Yay! Helen. Where? All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
She picked my name twice. Well, actually, you know, I got